Hello, and welcome to another Contemplative Living, where we talk about concepts to bring contemplation into our everyday lives, and therefore benefiting how we interact with everyone and knowing our place in this world. You know, Spirit once said to me that personal power is not about changing the world around you, it's about the power to change the world within. And so that's what we're going to talk about today is we're going to really talk about personal power. And we're not talking about, having a position of authority, but actually personal power that comes from within us. So let's get to it.
Welcome. Now creating a life of peace. This is Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Contemplations and reflections to help with spiritual living. This podcast is made possible by dharmatalks.com.
All right, so if we're going to talk about personal power, then we need to start to address how we make that connection. So, how do we make that connection? People in touch with their personal power have a phenomenal ability to consciously focus their attention. So, developing our awareness, our ability to focus our attention is key to understanding and to getting to know our personal power. Because when we're at a higher level of awareness, we're aware of ourselves as well as aware of the world around us. I'm sorry, I'm getting getting buzzed at the same time here this morning. So trying to maintain that level of awareness is critical. So those who can self-consciously focus attention have the power to rewire their brains. Now, there have been research on this, that when we're able to consciously focus our attention, that it helps the brain, it helps the synapses in the brain to develop, and that it amplifies our personal power. So, Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the colors of its thoughts. And what he's trying to say is don't underestimate the power of positive thinking. Your inner discourse can influence the soul for the better. So choose your thoughts wisely. And control of attention is the ultimate individual power. The ability to control your attention is key to achieving personal power, because our thoughts and emotions are constantly vying for our attention. But it's up to us to decide where we focus our mental energy. By intentionally directing our attention toward what truly matters, we can exert greater influence over our own lives. And it takes, discipline to cultivate this level of self-awareness and self-control. And we have to learn to recognize when external distractions or internal chatter, that internal voice, threatens to derail us from pursuing our goals. We also need the courage to confront difficult emotions. Difficult emotions arise as we work towards our personal growth. It's a part of the process. So ultimately, by mastering the art of of intentional control, we gain a sense of purpose. And it allows us to be more present in each moment, making wiser decisions and creative, meaningful connections. Connections with everyone around us, our family, our circle of friends, our community, our coworkers. It's global. So through this simple yet profound act of focusing on what matters, we tap into the wellspring of inner strength and our personal power. And it empowers us to reach new heights and to gain more personal achievement. I think that's where we really want to go. That's the direction that we really want to head into. So when you relax into that deeper sense of yourself, you're present for others like you never could before. And so when we tap into our personal power, we experience a deeper sense of ourselves that allows us to be fully present for others. It's important to take the time to relax and connect with yourself in order to access this inner strength. It's there, it's patiently waiting for us. And when we're stressed or overwhelmed, it can be difficult to show up for those around us. We may feel irritated, distracted, disconnected. And we disconnect from those we care about when we're distracted. So, however, when we take the time to center ourselves, take that deep breath, center yourself, bring it in, and tune into our own needs and emotions, we cultivate a greater capacity. A greater capacity for empathy and understanding. In this state of relaxation and self-awareness, we become better listeners and communicators. We're able to hold space for others without being triggered by their words or actions. Our personal power enables us to remain grounded in the face of conflict and chaos. We're constantly being pulled aside. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to tap into our personal power and allow that grounded, centering energy of our own being to help us to face the chaos that is thrown at us all the time? So ultimately, tapping into your personal power benefits not only ourselves, but all those around us and those that we interact with. By taking care of our own well-being first, it's like, make sure you have your life jacket on before you put on someone else's. Taking care of your own well-being, we create a ripple effect that spreads positivity and compassion throughout our entire community. So, someone with personal power understands their self-efficacy and ability to cooperate with others. We're effective, we're productive, but do we take the time to understand what we're good at? When we tap into our personal power, we have that clearer understanding, that clearer focus. Because remember, we're talking about greater focus and attention to attain that personal power. So when we get that level of attention and awareness, we begin to understand our own capabilities. And when we know that, we're able to cooperate with others, bringing our strengths to bear. And the more we do that, the more productive everything becomes. So, individual power leads to self-control, the ability to formulate strategies and resist impulses. let's break that down a little bit. So, able to formulate strategies. When we have that higher level of awareness and focus that is tapped into our being, our personal power, we have a clarity of mind that allows us to see clearer. And once we can see clearer, we can create a strategy. We can create a plan of how to move forward positively and empowering. And we can also see with that clarity when we're having impulses that are not healthy for us. We all have them. It's just a matter of recognizing them before we act upon them or before they push us in a direction we don't want to go. So using that personal power that we have to create that clarity is vital. And be mindful of what deserves your time and energy, while keeping an open mind toward new opportunities. You know, those new opportunities are available, but many times we don't see them. We don't see them coming. So we don't avail ourselves to new opportunities. But when we tap into that personal power that is us, and we bring that into our interactions, we have that clarity of mind, we have an increased awareness and focus of who we are, and we understand our capabilities, and we can bring that into all of our interactions. It helps to give that extra sense of communication to the universe. This is here I am. This is who I am, and this is where I'm going. And the universe will start to cooperate. And when we know our personal power, we're able to use that to work with the universe in unity to move in a positive and an empowering way. I hope that you can tap into that personal power this week. I hope you're able to use it to benefit your family, your circle, and your communities. And I hope you have a beautiful week. Namaste.
Thank you for listening today to Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Please be sure to subscribe, listen, and share with your friends wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and the Podbean app. You can find the links to these on David's website, dharmatalks.com, on the Contemplative Living page. Have a blessed week.